Hi all, welcome to yet another show of One Pitch Catch. We are just on the verge of the IPL final, where we are going to have a new winner this year, given the fact that Punjab and Bangalore are in the finals. Two teams who have always performed well in patches. I would say Bangalore RCB has performed better than Bangalore over the years, but both of them, the trophy has eluded both of them. This time with Ponting saying that he will make the best Punjab team and all that, they have gone to the finals. So, what do you think, Jaga, of the two finalists?
I think you could say he's sort of succeeded there, right? Because this is something which very few Punjab teams, in whatever their various versions has been over the years, they've got here. Um, and it's going to be a little tough for them. This will be their third game in 5 days. Normally, you don't even the T20 internationals, you generally don't play 3 games in 5 days. Sometimes with IPL, yeah, you may end up playing 2 games in like 3 days or something like that sometimes, but 3 in 5 is could be a little tough. Sometimes it's just about the adrenaline, right? You've done well in the most recent one, and generally, I think over the years, if you've seen how a lot of sportsmen talk, they're like, I just want to forget about what happened earlier. The next game is the one that's most important. We saw that with like all those reports that came out when India was 36 all out in Australia. They said, no, this is done. It's done. We just look forward. So I think Punjab would also be approaching it with a similar mindset to say there's an opportunity in front of us. Yeah, it's RCB that beat us, that literally whipped us, scalped us in the previous game. But it's a different day, different ground, different conditions, different mentality. So it will be interesting. I think the fact that this is going to be a new winner is in itself is good for the IPL. I think the auction tends to level things out a bit, but then often it's not just the auction; it's how the games get played, how the teams perform on that given day, and how they get to the knockout stages. That basically determines how even the actual event is. So, from that perspective, the fact that you have two teams that have never won the event before in the final, both fairly evenly matched. I mean, we called it even in the first qualifier, right? They were matched. It's just that Punjab had a pretty horrible show with the bat on that day. Otherwise, it could have been a pretty even game.
Yeah, yes, that's right. But Punjab should, like you said, like India shed that 36 all out thing in the past. Like Punjab has to do this, one not one all out against the same team. Might good play mind games, and also 3 games in 6 days. I would say 3 games in six
Yeah,
days. But the IPL schedule also prepared them for that. I think the same PPKs versus RCB, they played. Their back games in on a
oh yeah,
Friday
correct.
night and, and a Sunday afternoon. So it is all it is all doing preparing them for the final, I think.
Yeah,
So I think but going back to the games, I mean, RCB would be very confident having beaten the finalists, eventually the finalists on a easy win. uh, Punjab also should be coming with a lot of positive in there, even though they lost to RCB. That was in a different ground. This ground,
yeah,
they have beaten a very strong Mumbai team pretty comprehensively, I would say, because
yeah,
the way they reached that 204 target was pretty comprehensive at the end.
correct. Yeah,
Though Shreyas played the major role, the lot of these cameos by, for example, English set the tone
right.
by scoring 20 runs of Humra and Nehal
Yeah,
Vadera. All those things played a part, and the bowlers also played a major part because Mumbai was all set to get to 220, 225 ish.
yeah,
They brought it
definitely fell
down by
short.
20 runs, so which was very good. So they would also have the confidence on their side. So again, it becomes a very evenly matched game tomorrow. I would be very disappointed if the finals become a damn squib like last year SRH gave in gave in to KKR. This year, I don't see. In all probabilities, I don't see a final like that. I think it's going to be a evenly fought, not giving an inch kind of a game is what I'm expecting, and I'm also thinking it's going to happen like that because the way PBKS and RCB have played, they've had their massive highs, they've had
Yeah,
a, a bit of lows also throughout. So it's not that a team that is completely dominated. There is a law of averages will catch up. It's not the case with both
yeah,
the
it's
teams.
not like
Both
that.
the teams have done. They have had their fair share of highs and a bit of lows too. So we can look for an amazing game tomorrow, a fitting finale.
Yeah, and I think both teams have been they've had the benefit of multiple players coming to the event and doing well in pretty much every game so far, whether it's with the bat or with the ball. I mean, Shreyas has obviously been key to that. But even the others, like you had Priyan Charya, Prabhsimran Singh at various points of time, Josh Inglis recently, Shashank Singh has always been around, Stoinis occasionally. And again with the ball as
Nehal,
well, they've had
Nehal Vadera
Arshdeep,
also. Nehal Vadera also
Nehal
scored.
Vadera as well. So I think with the bat and with the ball, they have done well. Same with RCB as well. RCB has also had multiple performers over the year, over the full season, whether with bat or ball. And you kind of see that in when you look at the top wicket takers and top run getters and things like that, right? So it will be an interesting final for sure. I mean, one battle to look forward to, it's a bit of a mismatch, is Josh Hazelwood against Shreyas Iyer. Just in the IPL alone, it's been one-sided show so far. Shreyas has scored like 11 runs in 6 innings at less than 3 runs on average, and at a strike rate of 50 or something like that. So 11 of 22 is the total number of runs he has scored against Hazelwood over 6 innings. So that's pretty bad. We'll see how he does he do anything different next time, because Hazelwood was bowling amazingly in that first game. So he's back, and I think RCB will really benefit from that. Any other matchups you're seeing, or I think the other thing to ask is who do you think will win? Just one name.
And I think RCB is going to win. I mean, if I just have to bluntly going by gut feel. I mean, again, but there is always a but to every statement saying the way that Punjab has played recently in that ground and having won against Mumbai, that would give them a lot of confidence too. But I think RCB will go into the game as at least 51-49 favorites.
Okay.
Uh, but like I said, it's going to be an evenly fought game with the way Punjab has come back from that big tulping that they got from the RCB fans. I think it's going to be a close game. I think
Yeah, I
one
think we
person.
also depend upon Tim David. Is he fit? I think he was obviously a big missing factor in the previous match. Or not that it made a difference for RCB, at least in the first qualifier, but I think they would really want him back. I also think RCB will win. And if that results in a Bangalore holiday going forward on June 3rd, that's what apparently one fan wrote to
Yeah,
the chief minister
Siddaramaiah.
saying, make this a annual holiday. That's great. One extra day, holiday on the calendar is always good.
So, and is it going to be a permanent holiday every year, or is it only for this
That's
year?
what he wants. He wants June 3rd. If RCB wins, he wants June 3rd to be someday RCB IPL winning day or something like that.
I mean, nothing can match RCB fans.
Yeah.
Whoever wins or loses, RCB fans are a different breed altogether.
No,
Um,
they've waited for a really long time to get here. I
yeah,
think, see, if the final was, say, against MI or CSK, they may perhaps not be as confident. But given that it's not against those teams, they probably will feel a little bit more confident.
true. True.
Great.
We are in
What
for a
else?
great.
Anything else?
We are very. I think we are in for a cracker of a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
So all of you keep glued on to the TV and come back here for our review of the game once the game
Yeah.
is over.
Yeah, we'll do the review after that, and then other stuff, other programming comes in. India A and England A were playing recently. Karun Nair made a strong case, although I think the bowling quality is a little questionable, and even the
Yes,
pitch, because I think England A scored probably the same amount of
same
runs, so
amount
it's
of
a little
runs. Yes.
questionable. But yeah, it's still
In
interesting to
fact,
see how
I
the
mean
rest
the
of
other
the
things, other exciting thing that's happening was the root scoring 166 yesterday after
yeah, yeah.
almost the
Top order was
first half of the game. The game was gone almost,
great.
but then Root played my excellent mind blowing innings to get to the win. And Maxwell has
But for
apparently
this,
retired.
but for Basball, chasing 300 should not be a big deal, right? I mean, yes, 400 is
But
the target, right?
But actually, the people who play basketball didn't score. It was Root who scored. So all the Bethel, Smith, Harry Brook, all the basketballers didn't score. In fact, I think both the openers were out for duck. I think, if I remember
Okay.
correctly. So it's the Root who gives the stability to basketball. Also, was the one who scored. And apparently, Henrik Klassen and Maxwell have retired from ODIs.
Oh, okay.
So
Another
a
news,
lot
yeah.
of so now, I mean, we're getting to know that we are moving away from IPL because a lot of other
Correct, yeah.
non-IPL news is
Other news
coming,
starts coming in, yeah, yeah.
starts coming in. So we will keep abreast with all the news, and you can hear, all of you,
Great.
whoever is watching, can hear from us our thoughts on whatever is happening around the world of cricket.
Cool. Yeah, we'll come back again after tomorrow's final. See you all. Thank you all. Please
Thank you.
do leave comments and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye from
Bye
Uncle's
bye.
Catch.
Bye bye.